Hello, and welcome, Exiles. It's been some time, but I just wanted to take a look at one of the new Atlas keystones and talk about a potentially overlooked strategy that could be used both as a league start, but also into the end game. So the strategy basically focuses around two keystones, the destructive play and the wandering path. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about this new destructive play keystone, and most people have agreed that it's a good idea to take this and then basically the way this works is it summons extra bosses into your map when you're doing Maven, and then modifiers to final map boss apply to those bosses. So the main thing that people would go for are things like adding the synthesis map to the drop pool, the Shaper Guardians, and the Conquerors. But I think what's been underlooked is these small nodes leading up to destructive play are unbelievably powerful. So they are 8% increased chance to drop a Maven's Invitation. Now, the Maven's Invitation, some of them can go for quite a bit of currency. You've got the feared invitations, and then just even the regular invitations. If you're doing Mavens, they add up over time, right? So with 1 to 3 additional bosses, when there's already one boss in the map, that means you'll get an average of probably 3 bosses in the map. That's quite a bit of extra invitations. But this gets extra spicy when we consider that Wandering Path doubles the effect of small Atlas passives. So when we take this, see over here, we've got 48% chance to drop a Maven's Invitation normally. And then when we take Wandering Path, we have 96% increased chance to drop a Maven's Invitation in Tier 14 plus. What this means is you could potentially do a Wandering Path style start, which is great for League start because you get a lot of map drops, and be heading towards the end game for Maven farming on the same Atlas tree, which is very, very interesting. So I've kind of made just kind of a general Atlas tree here. Now, the things that go really well with Wandering Path are these nodes in the top here. They provide 4% increased effective modifiers on non-unique maps. Those are your rare maps. So you can just elk and go, and it makes them really powerful. And then I've picked up these nodes here, the 10% chance for the maps to be higher, and same down here. And then the rest of the map Atlas is kind of up to you what you want to pick. Now, there are some things that go better with Wandering Path than others. Personally, I really like Harvest and Expedition with it. The downside is that obviously there's some notables that are pretty good for each of those. But with the new addition of this Extreme Archaeology, you waste one less point coming around here, and this is kind of like a blast through to the boss kind of strat. Like you would just summon Maven into all of your maps, blast through the content as fast as you can. Out can go, minimal investment. You could even pick up this Stream of Consciousness to make things go even smoother. Just get all kinds of things in your map and just focus on killing things on the path on the way to the map boss, killing the map boss, getting your potential invitations, and then resetting. So here's a potential tree. Here's the one that takes the harvest nodes and the expedition nodes. And over here, this one, these are really good too. Harvest crops in your maps have a 10% chance to be a certain color. So this you would just choose depending on which one you're farming. You would just take the other two of the one that you're not farming and leave those blank. And then the nice thing is that a lot of these little nodes and the harvest ones are actually harvest juice increase, life force. Harvest monsters in your map have 3% increased quant of life force, right? So when we double that with our Wandering Path, we get 6%. So that's actually quite a bit. So with this one here, harvest monsters in your map drop 36% increased quant of life force, 12% chance to spawn duped monsters. Harvest crops have a 40% reduced chance to grow purple plants, etc., right? So this becomes really strong with Harvest. So Harvest Expedition is definitely one way you could do this, because each of those league mechanics are kind of like self-contained, which works really well with the Maven, right? Like a lot of the other Atlas strategies, like if you do like Ritual, for example, like you want things like Delirium, or Scourge monsters in there because you want to like juice up the delirium. But like the thing about Harvest is it's self-contained. Expedition is self-contained. Anything that's self-contained works well when you're doing a Maven strat. Because if you're doing a Maven strat, then you don't have the other altars that add the pack size into your maps. So anything that is self-contained is extra good for those strats. Another thing that's self-contained is strong boxes. And another thing is Abyss. So here's an Abyss tree. Now Abyss, if you take this tree here, and you've got the Wandering Path node, you've got 40% increased chance to lead to a depth, 60% increased chance to drop an Abyss Jewel, 64% chance to contain an Abyss. Like, you've got a lot of Abyss chance. And then you can even come down here and you can put the Beyond on your map. And with this new Atlas Keystone Endless Tide, you can get a lot of benefit from having the extra pack size from those like juiced up abysses in your map. And the thing that's like great too about Wandering Path is it doesn't matter how bad your tree is in terms of like taking a long time to path to something, because all of the small nodes are really worthwhile getting. Like you literally can't screw up a Wandering Path tree because like every node is good. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I think that this is a potential strat that could work really well. I think this is what I'm going to run on League Start. Just running Destructive Play, Wandering Path with some combination. I think I might do this one just because I like the Harvest at the beginning. And then, you know, you've got 30 points still to put into whatever else you want. You could get strong boxes. You could get more map chance, things like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think this is a strat that could be really, really lucrative at League Start. Selling your invitations early when they're really expensive and not many people have them yet could be a big moneymaker. All right, so thanks for listening. And if you like this video, you think this is a great idea, drop a like. If you think I'm an idiot, drop a comment. And I'll see you next time.